Hello, everybody. I'll give you a chance to join. Let me get this all set up. I'm going to full screen everything. And yeah, going to make sure everything's working. This is like my ritual. I feel like I don't need to do this, but I always need to make sure everything's fine when I start. Okay, let's see. Perfect. It's working. Can't wait to read. Yay. Hi, Naomi. How are you? Thanks for joining. Really excited for this. Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm actually in sort of a different positioning. I don't know if you can tell. It's the same background and everything, but I got this riser for my laptop, which is so nice because all my last streams, I've literally just been stacking like books on top of each other. And finally, I actually have a computer stand. It's super heavy duty. I got it on Amazon a couple days ago and I'm obsessed. So I love it so much. But if you're noticing the angle is a little bit different, it's because it is. Usually it's a little bit lower. So yeah, it's just an adjustment for me to see it like this. But tonight I have green lighting up there to kind of change it up from the last couple streams. I like to set the lighting back there. I have smart light bulbs in our bedroom and I love them so much. I'll just turn them on a different color like every night. And they're just such a mood, a vibe, and aesthetic. I love them so much. So yeah, I have the green back there tonight. And sorry, I'm going to catch up on some comments. Hey, y'all. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm so excited to read with you all. Hey. I get to stay the whole time tonight. My job is closed due to inclement weather. Well, I'm so excited you can stay the whole time. I'm sorry about the weather, but maybe you're happy about it. It's kind of like a snow day for adults. Hi. Hello. Ooh, I need to turn my sound on my phone off. Sorry. Starting a quick now, the weekend read. So this is perfect. Nice. I am so excited. So I've been watching Love on the Spectrum. I have it on my TV. That's why I'm turning. And I just finished the first season of it and I'm going to the next season and I am obsessed with this show. Please let me know if you have seen Love on the Spectrum. It's the most heartwarming show and it's also making me cry. So it's basically about people on the autism spectrum going on dates, and also some of them are in relationships. They're either like married or engaged, and it's just following people who are not neurotypical, and it's just so awesome. All of these people are so amazing. I love seeing all their hobbies and they're just such amazing people. So I love seeing that. I love them trying. Oh, I'm talking too fast. I always talk really fast when I talk about stuff I'm excited about. But basically, I love this show so much. It's on Netflix. So if you haven't ever watched it, I would highly recommend it. It's so good. It's called Love on the Spectrum, and there's 2 series. So anyway, I wanted to insert that really quick. Hi, how are you? Hi, Reading Never Die by Ron J. Hayes. I've never heard of that one. I hope you like it, though. Yeah, share what you're reading in the comments if you would like. I just finished Dark Things I Adore by Katie Latari, and I feel so bad because I hate talking really negatively about books. But I was so mad when I finished it. I really didn't like it. I kind of go into why I didn't like it, but I gave it a 1 star. That's so low. I've only ever given one other book a 1 star. I just was so disappointed. I think that's part of the reason I had such high expectations for it. And it did not live up to what I thought it would be. So basically the premise of it is it's this art student and she invites her professor, who obviously is kind of into her, to her kind of secluded, I get it's not a mansion, but basically this house out on this big, she has a lot of land. and it's secluded, whatever. So he's like excited to go on this trip. He finally thinks he's going to like, make a move with her. And basically she's planned this whole thing for revenge. And so first of all, it kind of has that academic element that I really love in thrillers. So I was really excited for that. And I was also really excited because it's like a revenge story. And if you don't know, I love They Never Learn. And that is a revenge thriller. And I just absolutely am obsessed with that book. So anyway, I finished it and I was so upset. I can go into more like why I was disappointed by it, but I want to catch up on the comments. But yeah, if anybody has read it, please let me know because I hope you loved it because I didn't. Hi, I am so glad for these sprints. Oh, thank you. I'm reading The Untold Lives of the Woman Killed by Jack the Ripper. I've heard amazing things about that book. I almost bought it one time. I think it's really cool because it focuses on, the 5 women and not just him. I feel like he always, gets the spotlight, or the serial killers get the spotlight. But if I'm remembering, it kind of gives you information on all the women that he killed. So that's so cool. Hey, Gabby, how are you? Happy birthday a day late. How are you feeling going up in age? Do you feel different? Whenever I turn an age older, I'm always shook for honestly, not a few days, a few months. I can't adjust to my new age until it's literally like almost time for me to turn the next year. What are you going to be reading, Sav? I have the book club picks coming up for the book troop and then my book club, the Lights Out book club. So I have The Maid, and I also have Where They Found Her. But here's the thing, I need to read these. So I'll definitely be reading these soon, but I may actually read Have You Seen Me first. It's pretty short. It's by Alexandria Weiss. And the reason I want to read this one is because I was so disappointed in Dark Things I Adore. And this is sort of like an academic short little thriller too. And I've been really wanting to like read a good academic thriller. And so I maybe want to make it up to myself and try to read this. It's really short. It's only, let's see. It's 248 pages, but something about how it's formatted, I feel like I will read this pretty fast. So I think I'll be reading this for the first sprint at least. And then if I'm into it, I'll keep reading it. If not, I'll read probably Where They Found Her next. But yeah, that's my plans. I was so sad. I want to not be sad. So I want to read this book, I think, to get hopefully, fingers crossed, a good dark academic thriller. I probably should tell you guys what this is about. Sorry. So this is about a girl who is missing, and I can't talk right now. I need to stop saying that. I say that every sprint. I'm always like, I can't talk. I should just keep going. But anyway, so it says, and she's not the first girl at Waverly Prep to vanish without trace. To help cope with the tragedy, new history teacher Aubrey LaRue organizes a small student investigation team. But when the members start turning dead across campus, Aubrey suspects there's more going on than anyone is willing to admit. The murdered students all had something in common with Lindsay. They shared a secret, and what they uncovered could threaten the future of the historic school. So this one sounds really, really interesting. And also something I noticed that I love in it is how the chapters are laid out. So it says chapter 1, and there's like a 1 behind it. And it does that for every chapter. So for example, chapter 4, I just think that's really cool. I love when books have kind of small little touches in them. Hi, Sav. Hi, everybody. Hello. Low-key happy, best early birthday gift ever. Well, that's awesome. Also, happy early birthday. That show is so good. Yes, Love on the Spectrum. It's so good. I love it so much. I'm on the last 100 pages of The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon. Ooh, how are you liking it? Just finished The Kind Worth Killing. Loved it. I love that book so much. The twists were so good and how everything was connected. I love that in thrillers. How sweet. I've never heard of it. You should check it out. Yes, is the show on Netflix? It is on Netflix. I think the first season was released maybe 2018, 2019. So it's relatively new, but I've been hearing about it for a while, but I just started watching it. That sounds so sweet. I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, you should. Hello, I'm starting Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. Ooh, I got that in my book of the month. I'm excited. I hope it's really good. Hello, it's that season again, reading my textbook. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hopefully the ambiance will make it at least a little bit nicer. Hi, I'm reading The Maid. Yay, that's exciting. I hope you're able to make the discussion next Sunday. I'm finishing up with A Dowry of Blood, about 50 pages left. Nice. You'll probably finish it on these sprints. I'm reading Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, probably like a lot of people. Nice. I'm reading The Girl in 6E by A.R. Tor. It's going to be a 5 stars for me. Ooh, I am looking forward to reading this one. I'm obsessed with the cover. It's on my shelf, and I should read it really soon. Oh no, haha, that sucks. I have that book on my TBR. Ooh, this one? I hope it's good. I really do. Ooh, just starting it, or have you been reading it? For this one, I have read, sorry, I get behind on comments, so sometimes I'm not fully sure what they're asking. But I read one chapter of it. I was doing a try a chapter vlog, and then I don't know if I'm going to finish that vlog. I have so many vlogs that I start and I don't finish. So maybe I will, but the vlog will basically be, of me trying one chapter in a bunch of books I got for Christmas. But then I stopped because Winterween happened and I wanted to vlog for that. So I did 2 Winterween vlogs. One I just released, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? The second one I released 2 days ago. But I probably should go back and finish that vlog. Sometimes I'll find like random vlog footage from like a year ago. And I'm like, I forgot I even filmed that. I've heard it's so good. Reading Where They Found Her. Nice. Again, book club pick. Super excited. How are you liking it? I'm thinking about picking it up this weekend. Hey, Gabby. Hey, I'm reading Falling to the Ground. Nice. Hi, everyone. I'll be reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Ooh, I hope you like it. I sadly DNF'd this one. I'm so sorry for people who love it. Hi, I'm reading Reminders of Him. Also, hi, how are you? I missed you, which is the new Colleen Hoover book. I've been seeing that everywhere. I love that book. I hope you're enjoying it. I'll be reading A Conjuring of Light. Nice. OMG, happy birthday, Gabby. Really good so far. Classically, Colleen Hoover gives me more ugly love vibes. Characters in their 20s, trauma, etc. on page 100. The only Colleen Hoover I have read is Verity, and I really loved it. I read it at the beginning of the year, I think, last year, and I just thought the tension in it was so good. The atmosphere was amazing, and I really enjoyed that one. I really want to read Layla. I know it's kind of divisive if people like it or not. Happy belated birthday, Gabby. I can stay the whole time too. Yay! No school for me tomorrow, and it's my birthday tomorrow. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. So I'm staying up late. I feel like everybody's birthday is in January. Is that just me? Like growing up, I felt like everybody's birthday was in March, and now I feel like everybody's birthday I know is in January, I feel like. I mean, not everybody, but like my husband's in January. Multiple coworkers of mine have January birthdays. Everybody around me is celebrating their birthday. Oh, thanks, Sav. And yeah, same LMFAO. It will take some time to adjust for sure. Yes. My Maid pre-order to ship today. Ooh, nice. I'm so excited to read it. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So sweet. Yes, of course, Queen. Girl, I feel that. I turned 21 and 22 in quarantine, and I still catch myself being like, yeah, I'm 20 years old. and then I'll go somewhere and not even get carded. I'm like, "Excuse you." Yeah, it's so weird. Every time I order alcohol, almost every time, which let's be honest, is not a lot. I don't go out to eat very much. Um, but oftentimes they don't card me and I'm like, "Do I look like really old?" I mean, I'm turning 25 in June, but I feel like you should still card me. I don't know. It's just funny. Um, I still have not read a Colleen Hoover. Oh my gosh, that has to change. What do you mean by academic thriller? Is it adult or young adult fiction? So I would say academic thrillers, I just kinda throw that term around a lot if it's a book that centers around like people in a school. So it has that academia vibe. This one is a YA, I think. I'm pretty sure it's YA. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's YA. But yeah, it's a YA murder mystery in an academic setting. And I love the whole dark academic aesthetic. So a lot of it is like the clothing that's talked about or the architecture is talked about. Also, oftentimes in dark academia, there's like murders going on that you're trying to figure out. What are some other characteristics in dark academia? I think a lot of it is just about the aesthetic and the visual and the atmosphere that makes something a dark academic book. So I'm hoping this really plays into it. Dark Things I Adore was definitely not as academic as I was hoping. It was about artists, but so it was told in two perspectives, basically. One was in the past at this art camp, but it wasn't just like a camp for young people. It was like of all ages. So it was this art camp. And then in the present, it's at the girl who's a PhD student's house with her professor. So it didn't really take place in an academic building. So it felt less dark academia to me as well. Oh, it's definitely worth trying. You'll know if you like her style almost immediately. Yep. For some suggestions, though, for dark academic thrillers, I would say I love The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. Love that one. Of course, They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. I'll never stop recommending that one. My mind is going blank. I know I've read more. What else? What else? Ace of Spades is kind of a dark academic thriller. What else? I know I've read more, but I'm blanking right now. I turned 30 on Friday. That's not old though. And I'm dreading it. I'm so sorry. Hey, love. Hi. I'm currently reading Survive the Night by Riley Sager, but I'm going to start by editing a thumbnail. I hope you like Survive the Night. Literally, I think no one likes Survive the Night except me. I'm like the only person who didn't talk about it in their like most disappointing reads of 2021. And I'm over here like, I really enjoyed it. I get the criticism. Everything people say, I get it, but I just still really enjoyed it. So I don't know. I hope you like it. At least I hope you don't hate it like a lot of people. I'm reading Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. I love her. Nice. Hello. Hi. I'm currently reading It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I'm not really enjoying it. I'm sorry you're not enjoying it, but also welcome to the place where I swear everyone's reading Colleen Hoover right now. So you're in a lot of company reading the same thing. I'm going to be finally reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Well, I'm glad you're getting to it. I saw somebody reading it in my coffee shop I worked at the other day, and I really wanted to like go up to them and be like, "Hey, I've heard so much about this book. I haven't read it, but like I've heard about it. Do you like it?" But then I decided not to because I was working and also didn't know if I would be annoying them because they were reading, and like if somebody's reading, sometimes they don't want to be interrupted. So, yeah. Hey, how are you? Just popping in for a few. Just got the new Colleen Hoover book. See, look, it's like a Colleen Hoover party. Reminders of You, and I plan to read it now. Did it just come out like today or in the past week? Because I swear everyone's reading it. Happy early birthday. I turned 30 on February 1st. Can't wait. It'll be a fun new decade for both of us. Yeah, cheers to that. Hey everyone, 40% into Reminders of Him. Nice. Hi, I'm reading an arc of This Woven Kingdom. It'll be a slow start, but I'm enjoying it. It's been a slow start, but I'm enjoying it. Nice. Sorry. I always notice strands of hair that are loose. It's not too bad. I like the winter people better, but we shall see. Nice. Hey, Cami, how are you? Thanks for coming. Happy early birthday to you as well. I am editing a video, but we'll be reading Reminders of Him. Nice. I'll be reading The Queen of Blood. I've missed you. Law school sucks. Don't go. Yeah, don't worry. You don't have to worry about me becoming a lawyer. I could not handle that, but I have so much respect for you that you're at law school. That's amazing. But also, yeah, trying to do law school and booktube at the same time, it's just got to be nearly impossible. Loving the lights in the background. Thank you. I have my typical lights here and then my smart lights. Is that what you call them? I think so. I adjust them on my app in the background. Finally reading No Exit. Yes, I love that book so much. It's perfect for this time of year. Please read It Ends With Us if you're liking Colleen Hoover. That one is my favorite. See, I like Verity because it's primarily a thriller. And I feel like I don't really read romance. I don't like romance. So I feel like, isn't that one mostly romance? That's my rice maker. We'll see how long it beeps. Sorry. There we go. All right. Living for all the Aquarius babies. Literally so many Aquarius babies. So many. OMG, so many January birthdays. I agree. Especially mid-January. Yep. I wish that Colleen Hoover is a thriller author. Verity is so good. She's so good at writing thrillers. Well, at least if all her thrillers were like Verity, I haven't read any more. Sab, have you read Creep by Jennifer Hillier? I think I might pick that one up soon. No, I have read Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. I really want to read The Butcher because I've heard people talk very highly of it. Creep, let me see what the cover of that one is because it sounds very familiar. Jennifer Hillier. Ooh, I like the cover. Oh, that's so weird. It's showing one cover as the preview, and then I click on it, and it changed the cover. I really need to read more of her backlist for sure. I enjoyed Wonderland. The thing about it, though, that disappointed me was it didn't lean as much into the horror elements of being at this creepy sort of amusement park, which I really wanted. And it was much more just solving a case. And so that's why I was disappointed. But it was a good book for just the mystery thriller aspect of it. Yeah, but I want to read more of her work. Secret History by Donna Tartt is an example of dark academia, more on the lit fic side, though. Yes. And that's also kind of the more traditional, dark academia is more of that just general, fiction, but I've been hearing people say dark academic thrillers a lot. And so I love saying that. Yes, I was going to say Haley loves it. Jess and me all love Survive the Night. Oh, how did I thought you were going to say loves Jennifer Hillier because I know Haley really loves Jennifer Hillier. I didn't know that you all loved Survive the Night. I'm also super behind on BookTube, very behind. I have so many videos I need to watch, but I'm so glad that you all liked it. Oh my gosh, that makes me happy. I like Survive the Night. I'm glad. Thank you. Kirsten liked it. That's good. I have and loved it, plus everything else by Jennifer Hillier. That's awesome. Yes. I like Survive the Night okay. It was no Home Before Dark, but I don't hate on it. That makes sense. Yes to Survive the Night. Colleen Hoover stands take over a thriller booktuber. Literally. I didn't hate Survive the Night, but I didn't love it. I'm hoping his new release is good. DM me. Yes. Also, sorry, I realize I've been talking a lot. Almost 30 minutes. So our sprint is going to start really, really soon. Reading Detransition Baby by Tori Peters. Nice. Reminders of Him came out yesterday. Oh, okay. That makes so much sense. I feel like I should just go get Reminders of Him on my Kindle. Literally everyone reading it except me. Everyone reading a romance book on my thriller channel. I love it though. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover was released literally like 24 hours ago, and people are already finishing it. That was me with Survive the Night. I read it all the day it was released. I got an arc like the day before, which was so random. It got sent to me like the day before through NetGalley. And then yeah, it was so weird. It was like the night before. So I started reading it then. And then my husband ordered Survive the Night, like the hardcover. He pre-ordered it for me. So it arrived on release date. So I read like maybe a quarter of the book the night before, and then the rest of the book physically and through audio. So it was really fun. It was really a fun one to read very fast because it felt kind of like surviving the night with them, you know? I am reading A History of Wild Places, and it's so good, or it's good so far. Have you read it? No, but I own it. I think it's on my shelf back there. No, it's on my book cart. But yes, I do own it. Oop, I hated It Ends With Us. Oop. It Ends With Us is primarily romance, but not like the cutesy kind. It goes deeper than that. Yeah, I know that a lot of her books are kind of more a darker romance. Yeah, It Ends With Us is so deep and handles a really tough topic in an extraordinary way. Plus, Haley did a whole therapist evaluates the book, and apparently it does an amazing job of representing. Well, that's awesome. Oh, representing trauma. Hey, how are you? Sorry I'm late, but I'm definitely ready to read. Yay, that makes me happy. Thanks for coming. My least favorite Riley Sager book was Lock Every Door. That's so surprising because so many people say that's one of their favorites, but the ending is very divisive. So if people rate by endings and hated the ending, then I guess that makes sense. I'm reading The Forest of Stolen Girls. Nice. I usually don't read new releases immediately, but I feel like this will get hardcore spoiled otherwise. Yes, that's my fear. Whenever something comes out, I want to know. Well, okay, here's the thing. So with movies, I never watch trailers. Somehow I avoid them because I don't really go to the movies very much. So it's not like I see the trailers. And then if I want to see a movie, I barely want to know anything about it. Like, particularly with movies, I barely want to know anything. I want to know like the most simple plot of it. Like, tell me tell me one sentence or like a couple words about what the movie's about, and then I'll go in blind, and I always end up liking it better that way. And for with books, I feel pretty similarly. I just want to know a little bit. But what's gotten complicated is every month I do this anticipated thriller release video, and oftentimes I do a horror one. For you all waiting for the horror one, I am combining some horror novels that are coming out this month with next month. I need to get that video out, but I'm putting out a winter book recommendations video tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'm putting out my all-time favorite thrillers, like of all time. So I have those two videos to get out. But then after that, I think I'll do my anticipated horror reads for January, which I know we're pretty far into January, but the ones that came out this month and next month. But all to say, why I bring this up is for those, I obviously have to look at the descriptions of all of the books. And sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to read the whole description because I don't want to know too much, going in about the book. And sometimes books are very vague and they have a really just intriguing description where you really don't know fully what you're getting into, or you have a basic idea. And I love books that are like that because I find if books don't give away too much, they're generally better, or I have a way, way, way better reading experience. Let me know if that's just me, but I'm thinking of my favorite books that I've ever read. There's not much of a description. I mean, like the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. That's all I needed to know. I just needed to know that sentence and that it was Grady Hendrix. And I was like, yes, I'm going to read it. And that's one of my favorite books of all time. So yeah, Does that make sense? That's my tangent. Yeah, I also read Survive the Night in one day, and it was a totally bingeable book. I agree. I think actually we did talk about that, how you liked it. Now it's coming back to me, but that was like more than 6 months ago. And my memory from this past like moving period, because I moved from Texas to Wisconsin in the summer, that whole just like moving time. And then a couple months after, I just barely remember. It's like a blur because so much was happening, like so much transition. Um, it feels like I've lived like 5 years within this past year. Like so much has happened, so much has changed. Graduated college with so I got my bachelor's degree, but then I got my master's degree. Right after that, we moved across the country, and so it's been a crazy year. And then obviously with everything going on right now, everything is just so like up and down. So yeah, I forgot all to say. Has anyone read A Slow Fire Burning? I picked it up from the library today. No, but I really want to read that one soon. I really loved her book. It's called Into the Water, right? Yeah, Into the Water. A lot of people didn't like that book, but I really loved it, and I'm very intrigued by A Slow Fire Burning. Currently reading The Appeal, a murder mystery told primarily through emails. It's really good so far. Ooh, that one sounds really good. I need to write this down. I love sort of when books play with the media in them. The Appeal, murder mystery. Gotta write that down. That sounds super interesting. Also, wasn't gonna necessarily read Reminders of Him, but it's on Kindle Unlimited. So I got it. Oh, Kindle Unlimited. As soon as something's on Kindle Unlimited, I'm like, whoop, gonna read now. Looking forward to all those videos. Thank you. Yes, Lock Every Door is overhyped. Sorry, Gabby. I love Lock Every Door. I love Lock Every Door. It's okay though. But I love all Riley Sager's work. By Paula Hawkins, Kirsten. Yep. Wait, you got your bachelor's and master's in 1 year? No. No, I didn't. In 6 years. So I did 4 years of undergrad violin performance, and then I did master's in 2 years with violin performance at the same university. So I was there 6 years. Not all in 1 year. Could you imagine? I would be like a genius. But yeah, no. I did not. Not in 1 year. I liked Into the Water too. I'm glad. I have not read A Slow Fire Burning, but I got it from Barnes & Noble. Very excited. My mom loved The Girl on the Train. I got it from Barnes & Noble when they were doing that hardcover sale. The Appeal is by Janice Hallett, by the way. Thank you. Lock Every Door is so amazing. Oh, the atmosphere. The gothic supernatural vibes that Riley Sager writes are impeccable. I don't think you can beat that for Riley Sager. That's why Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door are my top. I'm very top. Oh, LOL. Okay. Only Spencer Reed. I think that sale is still going on. Really? Don't tell me that. I'm going to buy more books. Might switch books. Really don't want to read Colleen Hoover right now. You'll have to let us know what you choose. I'm going to start the first sprint. Can you all hear that? That's my heater. It is so cold today, really quick. I'll see what it says it feels like outside. It says, so it's 7 degrees. It feels like -7 because of the wind chill. It literally feels like -7 degrees outside right now. So the fact that, let's just look for fun, where I lived in Waco last year. It says right now it's 52. The high today was 76. Dang. That is just such a big difference. All right. I'm going to start the sprint now. Share screen. Okay. Hello, welcome back. How was everybody's reading? I actually didn't read. I made some dinner and then I also proof listened to my video that's going out tomorrow. And I always proof listen to stuff by uploading it to YouTube and then watching it at 2 times the speed because it's just so much faster that way. But the unfortunate thing about it is then half the time I notice that I missed something for editing and then I have to go back and like re-edit it, re-export it, and then re-upload it again. So I missed like 3 kind of things. So I made notes on them, but my video is like 30 minutes long. And I was like, I don't want to just sit there for 30 minutes, and listen slowly to my whole entire video. And I use iMovie. And the problem with iMovie is when you do 2 times the speed, it like changes your voice. It makes you sound like a chipmunk. So if you know a trick about how to speed iMovie up with it not doing that so I can proof listen, let me know. But yeah, I proof listened, but the next sprint I'm definitely going to be reading. But yeah, how was your reading? Let me know. Let me figure out where I left off. Where did I leave off? I think I left off here. Let me make my tab big. Okay. Same, that hardcover sale got me 2 hardcovers with the $25 gift card. It's amazing. I had something similar happen. I got 3 hardcover books for like $25. And the reason was one was an exchange. So it was already paid for. But yeah, that was an amazing sale. I love hardcovers. Brayden, LOL, yeah. What in the world? It's like 55 degrees here. Yeah, it's freezing here. It is so cold. It keeps feeling like -7, -10, -11. It's really, really cold. I put on so many layers to go outside. This morning I went and taught, and so I had my first lesson at 9 a.m. and it was so, so cold, even with all the layers. I wore like leggings. On top of my leggings, I had boots, and then I also had a skirt, like a long skirt. So that's like 3 layers. And then I had 2 coats, a scarf. My problem was I didn't have gloves, so that was a big problem. But when it's this cold, like your car doesn't heat up for almost your entire drive if you're going somewhere nearby. So I was so cold. I was like holding my coffee and trying to warm myself by like holding the coffee in my hands because it was so cold. It's only some books, I believe, for the 50% off. Maybe I'll have to go back. But honestly, I probably shouldn't because here, I'll tip this up. But see, I filled this bookshelf almost all the way except for my little shrine for Home Before Dark. And I like kind of having like one little bookshelf where I can display a book up there. So I don't really want to fill that. And then over in my filming setup, it's all full too. So I'm like, what am I going to do as I accumulate more books? It'll be interesting. I'm using Kindle Unlimited a lot more now. I'm reading a lot more stuff on my phone because I read faster that way. And also I have like access to some free books that way, or free. I mean, you have to pay the subscription. But yeah, we'll see where all my books go. I'm bummed that I can't have a reading room right now, like a dedicated reading room where it's like floor to ceiling bookshelves. Oh, that's like my goal in life. One of them. Obviously, that's not my only goal in life, but that is like my dream, to have a dedicated reading room. I think I talked about it last stream of like what exactly I would love my reading room to have. But yeah, that would be a dream. Hello. Hi. I'm reading Reminders of Him, Colleen Hoover, and on chapter 5. Happy reading, everyone. You're reading Colleen Hoover per everybody else too. Hi, everyone. I'm not sure how much longer the sprints will be going, but I'm reading Long Bright River by Liz Moore. Ooh, I own that one. I really want to read it. I have about 60 pages left, and I'm trying to finish it tonight. Are you liking it? Because I remember I've been meaning to read that one forever, but I just haven't gotten around to it. That's me with so many books. Like so many books I have on my TBR for such a long time, and it's so hard choosing what book to read next. Like I said, so I wasn't reading this past sprint, but I was like, ooh, I think I want to read this one. But now I'm like, should I just read the book club books now? I'm so indecisive. I don't know. We'll see. Didn't read tons. I am getting a video ready for tomorrow. Yes, I feel that. Me too. I still need to make the thumbnail for it, but I'll probably wait to do any more video stuff until after my sprints because I do really want to read. So I need to get some reading done. 27 pages left of the 5. Ooh, you're close. Maybe you can even finish it next sprint. Got to 10%. Nice. I got spooked. I read 29 pages. Ooh, you got spooked. I love when I get spooked reading things. It doesn't happen very much, but when it does, it's so fun. I love being like on edge. Do you recommend it? It's been on my radar. For Long Bright River? Oh, hold on. Yes, for Long Bright River. I'm curious what you say. Read 40 pages of Reckless Girls and I'm hooked. Ooh, I think this is going to be a fun one. I'm so excited. I have that one. I really want it to be a fun one because the premise sounds so good. Like people being stranded on vacation is such a good trope, you know? I read 72 pages of It Ends With Us and it's starting to get good, like drama. Nice. Hi, just joined. Hi, thanks for joining. We're still going to be doing some more sprints, so welcome. I just joined. Hi, thanks for joining. I will be reading The Maid. Yay! I hope you're able to come to the book club discussion next Sunday for it. I have it sitting right here with me. I've been hearing such good things about The Maid too, especially about the main character. I'm so excited for that. Sorry, Patty, I don't know how to at people on my phone. Same. But it's probably going to be a 3.5. It's not a thriller at all. It's more of literary fiction and maybe a mystery. I'd say it's worth a shot if the plot, interests you. Yeah, whenever I try to at people on my phone, it doesn't work. I am planning to try first chapters of a stack of books. Ooh, that's fun. I did that the other day. Hello. Hi. Welcome to my sprints. I didn't read either. Had to get my kids to bed. LOL. We'll be reading for the next one. That's fun. That's fun that you get some alone time. Thank you. And I don't think my at works either. Yeah, I don't know what it is. My at just never seems to work. My shrine. It's a shrine. It really is. I got 117 pages in the 7. Ooh. Oh, you got to page. I thought you said you read 117 pages. I was like, how is that possible in 30 minutes? You got to the 117th page in The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and it's really entertaining so far. Nice. I want bookshelves covering the walls of at least 2 rooms in my future house. Yes, I love them. They're so cozy and they're pretty and they just make everything feel so homey. Rooms for books are more important than rooms for people. They need their room. They need their area. We're moving out of state within the next month, and I'm trying to figure out how to pack all of my books. The last time I moved, I only had 1 shelf of books. Oof. So congratulations on moving. I hope you're excited for it, but I feel your pain. I struggled. I had so many books full of books when I moved, and now I have, do I have double the amount I had moving? I don't think I quite have double the amount I had when I moved, but I definitely have more, like significantly more. So yeah, it is a struggle and it makes the boxes so heavy when you're packing books. So heavy, so heavy, but good luck. I'm listening to my best friend's exorcism. I'm at 36%. Oof, I'm so excited for that one. I'm thinking I want to read that one maybe in February or March. Super excited for that one. I love Grady Hendrix. I also need to do some podcast prepping, so we'll see what I get done tonight. Well, good luck on that. Reading Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. Really creepy so far. That one is really good. It's very creepy. Definitely very creepy. Oof, I'm throwing my pen. There is a certain scene in that one that I really want to see happen in a movie because it's terrifying. It is so freaking terrifying. And I can't even say what it is, but it's scary. A People Stranded on Vacation Wreck, The Missing by Kirsten Modglin is fun. I love Kirsten Modglin so much. I definitely need to read that one. The Reunion was on my books that I gave 5 stars. So my favorite books of this past year. The Reunion is so good. I talk about it constantly. I also really love Just Married. That's the one by her. Just Married. And I also really like The Arrangement. I have an arc of the sequel of The Arrangement and I need to get to it, but she's written so many books. I downloaded this spreadsheet that she had, or like this little download, this PDF of all the books she's written. I think she's written like 30 something books, which is just so amazing. Read 25 pages of Una Out of Order. That's so many pages. That's awesome. I hope you're loving it. Loved Stolen Tongues. Nice. Hi, I just started Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. Hope you're enjoying it. Braid in your books, people energy. True. That is so true. Ooh, I haven't read The Reunion, but I loved The Arrangement. The Reunion is so, so good. It got me out of, no, that's a lie. The Arrangement got me out of a slump. But I love The Arrangement so much that I immediately read The Reunion and I liked it even more. It's so good. Wait, The Arrangement sequel? Shut up. Yes, The Arrangement sequel. I think it's called The Amendment. Hold on. Let me get it pulled up on my Kindle if I can type. The Amendment. Let me show you the cover of it. Cover. Here we go. Yep. It's so bright. Hold on. If I turn on my brightness, maybe be able to see it more. It's reflecting in the, there we go. You can kind of see it. There you can see it. The Amendment has a sequel. I really liked how The Arrangement ended. I thought that twist was super good. So I'm really curious to see the sequel. I'm sure it's going to be great. I love her writing style. It's so gripping and so fast paced. And there's just so much drama in it. I love it. I love it. I need to check these out. Yes, you really do. You really, really do. I feel like it just gets you out of a reading slump. All of them are really good. I would say do The Arrangement or The Reunion. The Reunion is basically a 10-year high school reunion, and there's an author going back to this hotel where something really bad happened, and so it's told in a dual timeline. And then The Arrangement is this couple, their marriage is not working, and basically kind of as a last effort to try to save their marriage, they set up this arrangement where they each can date like one person a week and the other can't like ask anything about it. But of course, something goes terribly wrong. And it's just such a fast read. It's really good. I'm literally going to go on a Modglin binge soon. Me too. Me too. Her work is so good. I'm really excited that she has so many books too, you know. All right. I'm feeling starting the next sprint soon. Trying to think if I have any interesting updates. I guess my update, which I touched on earlier, I don't know if people in the beginning are still here or if it's more new people here right now, but I read Dark Things I Adore by Katie Latari, and I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed, and I hate like ranting about books just because I feel bad for the author. I don't want to like attack the author. I don't know. I just always feel bad because I'm like, if I was the author, it would make me feel really bad. But I just could not stand this book like at all. And it was 400 pages and it was just a waste of my time. And I should have DNF'd it. I really should have DNF'd it, but I didn't because I just have a really hard time DNFing things. I need to be able to start doing that better. But I just always feel like, oh, you know, the plot's so good, or sorry, not the plot. The synopsis is so good. Like it has so much potential. And I think the problem is there's so many books with amazing synopsises, but they have to be executed correctly or at least marketed correctly because sometimes it, you know, is like something is being marketed as a thriller, like a fast-paced thriller, and then it's just not, you know? What did I not like about it? First of all, so many things, and I can't really give it away. A big thing was that I just felt like there was no tension. You didn't like any of the characters. I predicted everything, and I'm usually not even good at predicting things. Like, I'm sort of just average at predicting things, but like none of the twists were surprising. I literally knew what was going on within the first 100 pages or less, and it was 400 pages. And also, not to mention that, it was so depressing. Like, it was just so sad and so depressing. And it was a revenge thriller. And like in a revenge thriller, there's going to be like depressing elements, but you still want to be like rooting for somebody or like it be satisfying. But like with the revenge, it wasn't even satisfying. Like, I don't know. It just did not work for me, basically. And the writing was very wordy. Like, there was actually one sentence that was a whole entire paragraph long. Like, the sentence literally was a whole paragraph. And I was like, no. It was like 5 lines. And the sentence was like, it was fall, so it was describing the landscape, and it was like the billowing leaves that are crimson orange or crimson and orange and blah 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 blah, blah. And I was like, how is this, like, was this edited? Like, I'm confused. I hate roasting books so much, but this one I gave 1 star because I honestly was just like, what did I just read? But I also knew everything I just read because I figured it all out, you know? It was just a mess. And also, I was just so disappointed by it because it had such a good synopsis. Like, it was everything I thought I was looking for, which is a dark academic element, a thriller, a revenge thriller, like all of those things I usually like in thrillers. And it just did not like fulfill any of that for me. Hello. Hi. Thanks for joining. It's funny you say that because I feel like I have a hard time not DNFing books. Everybody is different with their just like feeling towards DNFing. And I just struggle because I'm like, I just read 100 pages of a book. It took me a while. Like, I've already spent a lot of time dedicated to this. So I feel like I should just finish it. But I need to get out of that mindset because then it just gets me trapped more often than not reading a book that I just don't like and it feels like a waste of time. And then it puts me in a reading slump. I'm currently reading Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin. I got an ARC on NetGalley. It is so good. I'm so glad you're enjoying it and that you got an ARC. That's like the best feeling when you're reading an ARC and it's so good and you just get so hyped and you're like, I have to tell everyone about this. I love that feeling. It's so good. That was me with the reunion. I was so excited about it. Was it a debut novel? I feel that way with new authors. It was a debut thriller. So she had written another book before, but it was her debut thriller. But the thing is, like, first of all, can we just say Ashley Winstead, who wrote In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, that was her debut thriller, and that is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. That's amazing. Isn't that incredible that that book did so well for it being her debut thriller? Amazing. Anyway, but yeah, it was her debut thriller. So it was her first time diving into it. Have you read My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing? I have not. I still need to buddy read that with Kat, book 2 beginnings. I was going to read it forever ago, and then it just like never happened because I don't even remember. I was just so busy with things. But I do need to read that one. I really do, because I've heard great things about it. I will DNF like nobody's business. Una Out of Order was one of my most anticipated books. I read 50 pages and wasn't feeling it, and I'm about to unhaul it. See, that's amazing. I love how you were just like, it's not for me. I'm going to move on. Everybody's happy, you know, like that. Yeah, that's the way to go. I need to train myself to do that. I have been hoping to try it when there is an audiobook on Hoopla or Libby at the library. For which one? I love when debut novels do so well and when I love them. It's a proud mom moment. It really is. It's like, wow, you did that thing, you know? OMG, honestly, LOL, same. I'm so bad at buddy reading things, like, I don't know what it is. As soon as I com it's like as soon as I commit to something, it feels like there's more pressure on it, and then it's harder for me to do it. Even though I really do like buddy reading because then I can, like, discuss it with another person. But, yeah, I tried to buddy read it, and let's just say I never even finished it. I'm going to. But I my problem was I tried to read it while I was moving, and that's just too much of a book to read, like, while you're already stressed or while you're already have so much on your mind. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna read it, I need to be in a calm place where I'm like can digest an audiobook. I think it's like 48 hours, literally. Or no, I think it's like 50 hours. So like that many hours, I gotta be in a good place, not moving across the country. So yeah, I feel like also thrillers are really good for when I'm stressed or like moving or just can't handle like a really like a book that's a lot, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, I've been talking so much that my throat is like I feel my throat getting sore from talking. Um, Let me see. Where did I leave? Did I leave off here? Maybe. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Yes, that feeling is amazing. I love being able to read arcs. It's such an honor, but when it's an arc and it's absolutely great, best feeling. Yes, because then you can like tell people to read it and be like, you have to read this one. It's so good. Dark things I adore. Honestly, here's my thing. Just don't expect a thriller that's thrilling. Like, expect it to be more of a character study and you may like it, or a more of like a commentary on the human psyche, maybe. Or I can't even give away like what it's a commentary fully on because that would be like a major spoiler. But yeah, just looked up In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. The synopsis sounds amazing, and my library has it. Put it on hold. It is so good. I love that book. It's so amazing. If you want to know my other favorite reads, I have two videos on my channel. Favorite reads that I read in 2021. I have two videos. I have one where it's like my top favorite reads, and then another one that's all the books I rated 4.5 stars. And I would highly recommend checking those videos out because I feel like in those videos, I talk about some books. Maybe I'm wrong, but some books that I haven't been hearing a ton about, like The Reunion, I talk about. Let me go to my video and see what I mentioned. Actually, no, I'm going to go to my Instagram. Yeah, I feel like I mentioned some books that like not everybody talks about in there in some of those. Some are pretty popular, but others aren't. So yeah, I would recommend checking those out. Let's see. I've always had DNF guilt, but my AP Lit teacher is always like, it's okay if you want to drop a book. And now I'm like, okay, if you tell me. I love that. Hi, I read 20 pages of A Court of Thorn and Roses. I haven't read much fantasy before, but I'm enjoying it. That's awesome. I read it in quarantine last year. See, I feel like that's the perfect time because you have way more time on your hands. And yeah, it wasn't a good time when I picked it up. And I know I'll like it for the most part. I'm almost sure because I was liking what I was reading. I just wasn't in the place to read it. So it was a soft DNF, whereas other things I hard DNF where I'm like, I am not picking that up again, you know? I love Kirsten Moglen's books. I pick them up whenever I'm not sure what to read. That's an awesome statement, I think. I feel like she's a really good author to get you out of a slump. We'll definitely check those videos out. Nice. Okay, I'm going to start the next sprint. Let's see. I'm going to read this time. Hello. How was everybody's reading? I actually read this time. I was kind of reading a little bit slow because I've started wanting to take more notes as I read, just to kind of remember my thoughts, but also keep things, straight in my mind. And so I was sort of like filling this a little bit as I was reading. But yeah, I read about 20 pages. So I'm not very far into this book, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It has a really nice setup, and the way that the whole just school, it's basically a boarding school, and how it's described, the architecture and like the setting, it's just so cozy, and I love it so far. So I'm really happy that it seems like it's being set up really well. And also it's so far about this teacher who went to the school years ago, and she's going back to teach. And I really like the fact that I'm going to be reading from a teacher's perspective, or at least if maybe there's more points of view in here, but so far it's from the teacher's perspective. And I just really like that because I'm a teacher, so I just like hearing from a teacher's perspective. So anyway, I also love dual timelines, so hopefully we'll get some flashbacks, which will be great. So tell me what you all were reading or what you all were doing. I'm going to make my screen big. And yeah, I think I left off here. I love this comment so much. Stephen King novels don't scare me because of the content. They scare me because of the length. That's so true. The length is always so long. 27 pages of the 5. Nice. Hey. Hi, all. I joined during that sprint. I'm reading Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. Ooh, do you like it so far? I hope you're enjoying it. Got to 21%. That's awesome. Oh no. Why did the sprint end there? It was getting to a good part. Uh-oh. I read 2 chapters. I don't know the pages. Yeah, I read 2 chapters too. We'll read again soon. I'm thinking of doing one more sprint tonight. Probably just one more. We'll see though. One more feels good though, because I still have a lot of things to do tonight. I have to plan for a video coming out, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, I read 16 pages because I was very distracted. That's okay. Also, the timer noise scared me. I was like, what is that? Sorry. I know the timer noise, if you're really, really engaged in reading and it just suddenly dings, it's scary. Or that's why I try when I'm coming back on and talking to like not talk super, super loud from the start, because it's just like feels so jarring. Everybody's reading or in their own like mindset. And I'm like, hi guys. Like I always feel awkward doing that, but it has to be done, right? I got through another 28 pages. I only have about 50 pages left, so I could possibly finish it during the sprints. That's exciting. I love that. I love hearing when people get to finish during reading sprints. I am now at 55% of Reminders of Him. Nice. You're more than halfway through. That's always fun. I do like it, but not quite as much as I liked You. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I've heard that from a lot of people. Hey, just joined with 20 minutes left in the sprint, reading She Who Became the Sun. Read 6 pages. Nice. Thanks for joining. How are you doing tonight? You, the book, LOL. That sounded a little creepy. Yes, I knew what you meant. It's so funny, though, if you go back to this comment and somebody doesn't know that You is a book. They'd just be like, wow. Started I almost said The Mind. The Maid. Read the first chapter. I hope you're liking it. I haven't started it yet, but I'll read it by next Sunday for sure. Hello, just joined the sprints 5 minutes before the sprint ended. Thanks for joining. I'm thinking of started In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. Ooh, I was talking about this one earlier, how I love it so much. It's in my top favorite reads of the past year. And also the fact that Ashley Winstead, that was her debut novel, is just incredible. I can't even really wrap my head around how she did a novel that well as a debut, it's just so great. So I hope you like it. It's a really, really good book. I really enjoyed it. I had to know what happened. I read was it all of it? I read a lot of it, maybe like 80% of it in one day, which is rare for me. Usually I have to like spread out my reading a little bit more over a couple days, but I stayed up so late because I was so invested in that book and I had to know. It actually works better if you scare me. I actually will stop reading. Where are the shelves on your wall from? They're from Amazon. I love them so much. I'll kind of tip it up so you can see more, but yeah, I love them so much. They look great. I have almost all of my book of the month books up there, which I love how just like uniform the book of the month. Here, I'm going to turn this so the light's not there. Okay, yeah. I love keeping most of my book of the month books together up there. I think they look really nice. And yeah, I love those shelves so much. We actually love them so much that we got them for our bedroom as well. And in the bedroom, though, they're not for my books. They're for my husband's books and like music stuff. But yeah, we have them in two places. And it's nice too, because you can kind of arrange them however you want. So our ceilings are pretty tall in here. And so it works in that formation. But you could also, scatter them throughout the house or like arrange them in a different way. So I've always wanted floating shelves and I'm very happy. And they were so cheap too. I think they were like $30 for 4 of them. So yeah. Just join and subscribe. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining. Edited college apps for my master's for this sprint. That's awesome. But I'm planning on reading an e-arc of Deep in Providence by Rhys M. Nielsen on the next one. That's awesome. I do like it, but not as much as I liked You. Sounded like a pickup line. I know. I love it. The fact that the name You or the word You is the title of a book and a TV show can be very confusing if you're trying to explain it. The Girl in 6E is the debut of A.R. Torrey too, and it is incredible. Ooh, I love the cover of that one. Here, I see it. I'm going to bring it over here really quick so you all can see it. If you haven't seen the cover before, I love it. I got it at Half Price Books. Yeah, here's the cover. Isn't this good? Like, this cover is super cool. And then the back. It says, "My life is simple as long as I follow the rules. Don't leave the apartment. Never let anyone in. Don't kill anyone." Doesn't that sound so good and so intriguing? And then it says, "I've obeyed these rules for 3 years, but rules were meant to be broken." So, super interested. This one says, dark, edgy, and thrilling in a completely unexpected way. And it says, "I haven't touched another person in 3 years. That seemed like it would be a difficult task, but it's not anymore, thanks to the internet. My anonymous clients spend thousands of dollars to watch me take my clothes off for the camera. What they want, I give. Their secrets, I give. Everything I tell them is a lie." Tell me that is not so interesting sounding. Yes, I need to read this really soon. So, okay, let's see. Not that great. Tough times. Oh, I'm sorry. With my new measures at school and everything, one day at a time. I didn't get the YouTube notification that you were live. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope that there's nothing up with my bell notification. Like if you turn it on to see if I post. Hopefully that was just a fluke. Yeah, but I always forget to remind people to hit the bell notification because sometimes if you don't do that, you don't even get notified or see when somebody posts content and it gets lost pretty easy. So yeah, if you want to, hit the bell notification and hopefully it'll work. On page 41 of Ice Planet Barbarians, and I think this is a bit smutty, the emojis you all use are so funny. Like the ones here too, like the thinking one. I love that one. Ooh, I want to read that. Getting it on my Goodreads want to read list RN. Yeah, it definitely looks intriguing. I'm not sure what this comment is. Yeah, so I think, should we do another sprint now? Should we do another sprint? I think we shall, because I'm really intrigued in my book that I'm reading right now, and I need to read more. I don't know why sometimes I read just so much slower than other times. I think it's like my concentration just sometimes takes a while to get into. And when I'm on sprints, I'm thinking about sprints and also just like hosting sprints and stuff. So sometimes it's harder for me to like fully immerse myself in the book. And also sometimes this is what I've noticed. It's so strange. I read the best right before bed, like when I'm in bed. But the thing that sucks about that is then I end up staying I end up staying up so late because I don't get into bed until pretty late. And then I'll end up like starting my book and then getting so engrossed in reading for like an hour or two. And then it's like 3 a.m., by the time I'm done. And for some reason, yeah, I'm worse at reading just at like any other time, but right before bed. So let me know in the comments when you all are able to focus the most on reading. It's always interesting because some people are so much, more focused in the morning, and then other people night, and then other people like night, like for me, where it's like, I should be sleeping now, but I'm super engaged in my book. Have you read A Flicker in the Dark? I have not. I own it. I want to read it. Finished The Maid yesterday. Excited for the live show. Thanks. I'm super excited for it too. I'm watching the sprints from my bed. So you're probably productive too. I know, right? I always find myself getting to the best part of a book right before I have to go to bed. Same. It's such a problem. Last night, I literally stayed up till, was it 3 or 4 a.m.? It was so late. I stayed up so late because I had to finish my book. I had to know what was going to happen. And unfortunately, I hated it. And so I was so mad. I was like, I just lost so much sleep over a book that I hated, but I just wanted to like finish it. And I was holding out hope. I was like, maybe it'll end amazing. Maybe there'll be just like this plot twist that I totally don't predict. Maybe it's going to be great. And it just wasn't. And so I lost sleep over a book that made me mad. So that was a bummer, but oh well, what do you do? I can focus way better at night and also speed up my audiobooks much faster at night. Yeah, I think, what I think it is? I think certain people just, well, I know this. Certain people are biologically just more night people or more morning people. And so I always find myself waking up at like night, like 10 p.m. I'm like starting to wake up, which is unfortunate. I wish I wasn't like that. But at the same time, got to take advantage of it because that's when I'm the most productive. Like I always film at night. Usually if you're watching my YouTube videos, I'm probably filming it at like 10, 11, or 12 at night just because I film pretty late. And that's another thing. I always film late. So then I end up staying up so late editing. It's the struggle of being a night person. Watching from my bed too. It's a theme. I usually read more at night, but this book is spooky to read at night and I want to sleep. LOL. Yeah. I feel that. I was house sitting at my parents' house a while ago and I was reading Stolen Tongues. And for anybody new here, my husband doesn't get home until 12:30 at night. He gets home really, really late. And so I'm alone for a lot of the night. And so I was reading Stolen Tongues and I was not only like not in my house that I'm normally in, I was in somebody else's house. And so I was so much more scared because I was totally alone. And, I was hearing sounds that I'm not used to. I was used to them at one time, obviously in my life, but not anymore. And so I was like really freaked out at one point, and I almost had to stop reading. I feel like I even stopped reading because I was like, this is terrifying. I cannot read this totally alone at night at somebody else's house that I'm not used to, I'm a night reader as well, so not a morning person. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. Night owl struggles is real. It's so true. It's so true. It depends on the day for me. Sometimes I'm super productive in the early morning, but other times I will do all of the things during the evening late at night. Yeah, some people are kind of in the middle. Actually, this past Sunday, I did read a ton of my book kind of in the afternoon, but then I started falling asleep, of course. So then I took a nap and I woke up. So for me, during the middle of the day, it's so much easier for me to fall asleep while I'm reading, which is just so weird to me. Like I am just so programmed to wanting to nap and getting tired in the afternoon. But then it's like, how am I supposed to read during the day? So like when I read during the day when I should be awake, I get tired. And then when I read at night when I should be sleeping, I'm awake. It's such a problem. I don't know how to fix it. Working both nights and days is not easy. Yeah. But working a 40-hour night shift during holidays really got my routine confused. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. And kept being productive until 3 a.m. for the second holiday week. It was messy. Geez, that's rough. I'm so sorry. I read Stolen Tongues in a hotel room while my fiance was working, and that was the worst decision ever. I was so scared. That book was so scary in certain parts. Oh my gosh. Like, out of every single book I've read, I think that book scared me the most. I talk about this in I don't remember. I don't think I talked about this in a video yet, but I talk about it in the video I'm posting tomorrow about winter horror recommendations, and it's on there. And I explain how literally that is like the only book I think that has ever given me nightmares. And what's really scary about it though is like that book deals with like somebody sleeping, and when they're asleep like scary things happen and they start like talking into their sleep to like this thing and you don't know what it is, and so it's really scary. So the fact that I had a nightmare about a book about nightmares and dreams is just so much more traumatizing because it actually felt so relevant, and I honestly felt like I was actually like experiencing something in the book because I woke up from it really scared. So anyway, that's a fun fact about that book. It gave me a nightmare. And I usually don't get nightmares from things I read or watch. But yeah, it's really scary. So, all right, I think let's do another sprint. I'm feeling sprinty. Let's do it. Also, how are you all liking this ambiance? I am obsessed with it. The fact that it's this treehouse little, it's so cute. I really want to go to an Airbnb treehouse. I've never gone. And I feel like that would be so fun. So fun. And you're like up in the trees. I don't know. I really want to do that, but who knows when that will ever happen. I feel like my husband and I need to plan a vacation though, because I'm such a person where I love like having something to look forward to. And right now, since there's not really any holidays coming up, I mean, there's like Valentine's Day kind of, but still, it's not even that close. It gets kind of sad. It's like, I don't know what to look forward to, especially with how things are right now, how everything's rough and just like so unpredictable. Like I really want to just plan a time where we can go relax somewhere and read and just like be by ourselves and chill and really unwind. And I feel like going to like a tree house would be so cool because you're kind of like out on your own and it's really peaceful and you're surrounded by nature. And I feel like it would be really, really relaxing to read in a tree house. It would be a fun vlog too. Now I'm like determined. I really want to stay at a treehouse Airbnb. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Sounds really fun. Before I start it, I'm trying to figure out where I left off. You know what? I think I'm going to just wait and do the sprint and then we'll keep talking. So I'm going to start it again. Hello, welcome back. How was everybody's reading? I read some more. I was kind of zoning out. I think that's going to be my last sprint for the night. But what I've read of this book, I'm really enjoying so far. So we're just kind of meeting the characters, and it's about this teacher moving in to this boarding school. I will say there was something that made me laugh. It said, everyone in education is frustrated. They just have to learn how to keep silent about it. And I tabbed it because that's so true. I feel like everybody in education is really frustrated with how things are run. So I tabbed that. So I may go back to kind of tabbing books sometimes. I sort of went away from it, but I miss doing that. So I think I'm going to tab certain things that I want to remember and certain parts and stuff. And this book has had a few so far that I want to tab. So let me let me catch up on comments really quick. 9:15. I always write down the time, the last comment I read. Okay. Don't need to be sorry. It was my choice to get the job there. It was just messy for the holidays. Yeah. I like it. First thing in the morning, I fall asleep so easily at night when reading. I hate it. But weekends, I will drink coffee to help me stay up late. Oh, that's smart. I need to find an Ambiance website for when I'm alone. I can't do the quiet, but I also can't listen to music when I read. Yeah, I feel that. I struggle to listen to music when I read too. And also, I don't think I'll be doing streams with music playing anymore because when you post those, you get like copyrighted or whatever. I'm trying to remember what it even says. Anyway, I just can't really do those anymore. I'm not going to probably, but yeah, there's Ambiance that sometimes it has music and I can read if it's like very, very ambient music or ambient music and it's not like complicated, but for the most part, I really can't read with music. Have you tried instrumental music? I like anything from Olafur Arnolds or Ludovici. I am pronouncing these so wrong. Sorry. On YouTube Miracle Forest on YouTube creates amazing ambiance videos. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Who is this ambiance I'm using right now? I can't tell because of the screen, and I don't want to click out of this right now and have something glitch. I have, and it still sometimes distracts me. I wish it didn't. It would be so much easier with music. Yeah, I get really distracted easily with music too. I will have to check them out. Thank you. It happened. Ambiance is a good option though. It happens. Why? My brain is like asleep right now. I hit my tired point of the night. So I think I'm going to call it quits in a minute. 26 pages of the 5, and then my husband called. Nice. Thanks for sprinting tonight. I so enjoyed joining you. Oh, thank you. I do these every week, so I hope you all return next week and read with me again. I only have 3 chapters left of It Ends With Us, and I am so confused because at the start of these sprints, I was hating the book. Now I'm really enjoying it. Well, that's good that you're enjoying it now. I mean, it's better than the other way around. These final 3 chapters are going to determine what I rate this book, because if it ends how I think it is, then I will burn this book, and I am not joking. Oh man. Got a lot read in reminders of him or on him. Nice. I got through 27 pages. I've got about 20 pages left. I'll probably go ahead and finish it tonight before I end up falling asleep. Nice. Read 22 pages. Thank you for hosting this sprint. You're welcome. Read a lot of reminders of him. Nice. 15 pages. I like to listen to the forest rain sounds lately from Spotify when I read. Rain is such a nice sound. Oh my gosh, rain. So good. So many of my sprints for Ambiance in the more like summertime, springtime were rain sounds because I love them so much. I kind of try to match the ambiance with the time of year. So most of my ambiance right now will be snowy. But who knows? Maybe I'll kind of change it up once we all get tired of winter, since it kind of like drags on for a while. Once you get to like March and even February and March. I have 100 pages left, but I'm getting tired. LOL. I'm starting to not remember what I'm reading. Yeah, that happens to me too. So I'm probably going to call it a night. Yep. Had so much fun tonight. These sprints are always fun. Oh, thank you. I did too. Thanks for the sprints. Thanks for the sprint. It makes for a nice finish to the evening. Good night, everyone. Yeah, good night. I will hopefully see you all next, I almost said next year, not next year, next week. And yeah, look out for the videos that I'm releasing in the next 2 days. There's going to be one tomorrow and the next day. So really excited about those. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.